had an obsession so bad that at his Grammy Award,
He had a fixation so terrible that at his Grammy grant-winning discourse, he utilized the very discourse that Pates utilized. Child, you all can express out loud anything you desire about Gene Bargan yet, in the event that there's one individual who has been spilling the realest tea about Diddy. Particularly since the claims have come out, it's Gene. Everyone individuals in the business know at once P was this way yet. Did he simply affirm that the break among Diddy and Tupac was caused after Diddy needed some cherishing from Pac, yet Pac needed none of it. Might that at any point have been sufficient inspiration for Diddy to unalive Tupac? Young lady, this Diddy stanking wreck continues to deteriorate every day, and I'm hanging around for everything. So Jean Bargan was back with one more Diddy Uncover, and this time he discussed how Diddy was in a real sense fixated on Tupac. As per Gene, Diddy was fixated on taking Tupac's picture, and he did all that he could to be very much like him. Like Diddy began dressing like Tupac, and he even began laying down with the ladies Pac was laying down with. For reference, Tupac had Sarah Chapman before Diddy dated her, and supposedly he was likewise with Sally Richardson Whitfield before Diddy dated her. Furthermore, there have additionally been reports that Diddy needed Kadada Jones after he dated Tupac, and Carter had a fixation on Tupac, and Diddy wound up with her. Perhaps Kim loved Tim Pac more than he liked Puff, yet she could never have peace and paste up. Won't have the cash that Puff had, so she went where she would have been dealt with. Get this, as per Gene, Diddy additionally began needing to act, and he even began needing to rap in light of the fact that Tupac was doing it. Like his fixation was awful to such an extent that at one time when Diddy was giving a discourse at the Grammys, he utilized a similar discourse Pac utilized. As a matter of fact, on the off chance that you ask Gene, he will let you know that Diddy was really happy when Tupac kicked the bucket on the grounds that since all the strain he was getting from Tupac when he was alive was excessively, yet think about what it wasn't just about copying PC. Obviously, the fixation on Tupac was such a lot of that Diddy truly needed to connect with him, yet it has been said that Tupac let Diddy know that he didn't move like that, and that is where the animosity between them truly started. Now, there are no trustworthy receipts to demonstrate that Diddy at any point had anything heartfelt with Pac, yet considering the thing Gene has said about Diddy being on the DLI, wouldn't be shocked that Diddy genuinely needed to connect with Poe. I mean, this isn't whenever a man first has blamed him for attempting to lay down with him. Entertainer and choreographer Columbus Short, as of late, shared a video guaranteeing Diddy attempted to inspire him to come to his lodging at 3:00 a.m. for a 111. I'm squealing in the kitchen. Diddy got to tell on him, he gave it a shot me, so I realize it's actual. I was hitched my ex you. I got a call around midnight, around 2:30 in the first part of the day. Did it was my better half expresses get the telephone. It was an obscure number, get the telephone. What, considering you, who's calling? You got the telephone. I was Diddy. And he said, hello man, we didn't have the foggiest idea what B grants we didn't see about the BET grants. You understand what you doing. I'm similar to I'm sleeping with my significant other. He said, hello? I'm at the Beverly Slopes Hilton at the Beverly Slopes lodging. I said, gracious. I expressed, what's up? I expressed, who around there? He said, just me, and afterward there is 50 Penny, who said Diddy needed to take him shopping. Then there is Down, who went through around 2 years spending time with Diddy and continuing shopping trips while never recording any music when he was in his mid-20s. And he had a meeting with Vlad Television following a couple of years where he said that he worked with some high-profile rappers who were concealing their sexuality by engaging with a ton of ladies. Goodness no. I believe that there are a few rappers that are in the wardrobe and gay, and see, those are the sort of gay individuals that the main sort of gay individuals I dislike. So you imagine that you work with a gay rapper, no doubt man and gay, not being simply full out gay, but rather concealing. It attempting to imagine like he, loves young ladies and carry on with the rap way of life. However, he's a man fan, better believe it. There's a ton of man spreads out there and hip jump. Gene Bargan likewise said that Diddy went to an X-Book shop with Diddy, and Diddy with getting a wide range of toys, including B-plugs. Honey, those fittings would have been utilized on someone or by someone, and one of those somebodies was Diddy. In another meeting, Gene likewise uncovered that W. Indy Williams had an image of a man pulling down Diddy's jeans. Yet she was provided severe orders not to deliver the image some way or another appearance individuals that email you hear me. She's showing individuals that email Puff told OT97 in the event that they didn't dispose of her you comprehend before he got back in New York that they wouldn't get any music from any of his companions, any of the record names leaders that was cool with them. Everyone was going to boycott Blacklist. They stew you. Lady, I know beyond all doubt that on the off chance that there's one thing Diddy has attempted to ensure never gets out, it's the way he is on the D as per John. He even ensured that it never came up in the claim Cassie recorded since they supposedly had a half year to settle on the thing would have been promoted, so Cassie referenced in her claim that Diddy coordinated what he called freak-offs, and they included outfits like disguise veils and weight, and they went on for a really long time occurring at very good quality inns across the U.S. and in Diddy's homes. Clearly Cassie was expected to spruce up in undergarments for an oddity off, and Diddy demanded she wear white nail clean to balance her nails with the skin of the person of color he recruited to connect with her, and Diddy recorded. Some really freaky stuff went down, and as per Gene, it was absolutely impossible that Cassie was the only one partaking in the oddity offs. They must be, for the two of them they was in the rest. Ooh, right, you right? It's an oddity off segment, right? She said it's an oddity off meeting, assuming she say it's an oddity off segment sibling. She ain't the only one friggin' off. The whore ain't the only one dag nab off young lady in the event that Diddy was as fixated on Pac as Gene recommend. Envision how far he would go to get Pac to lay down with him, and like I said, that is one side of Diddy he has attempted to ensure stays stowed away, other than ensuring it didn't turn out in Cassie's claim it. As additionally purportedly for the very reason that he resided Kim Watchman on the grounds that Kim was obviously prepared to spill on how Diddy has forever been on the DL. Supposedly Kim had video film of Diddy making the most of Usher yet that strangely vanished in light of the fact that not long before she passed on, somebody broke into her home and just her CCs were taken. Kim was likewise purportedly prepared to spill on the relationship Diddy had with Andre Harrell, who again bafflingly passed on right when he was composing a tale. Supposedly Kim had some awareness of their relationship, and she moved toward Andre to inquire as to whether he had any close connection with Diddy, since she was certain that their relationship was business, as well as she was extremely frustrated with Andre denied it since she had security film of Andre and Diddy together. The tea is that when Kim was working for Andre, a ton used to occur in secret at the studio, and keeping in mind that she was going through a security film since she had an inclination Diddy was playing her, she purportedly went over film of Diddy and Andre. We definitely realize what befell Andre, right? That allegedly ends up peopling who have strong proof about Diddy being on the DL and attempted to utilize it against him. So, assuming he chose to take Pac out in view of something almost identical, he would do it concerning the receipts that were achieved forward. Whether Diddy truly took Pac out, there was an examination that was fine niched by analyst Greg Kading, and following 3 years of digging, he reached the determination that Diddy put a $1 million hit on the two Tupac Shakur and Suge Knight following the profoundly pitched rodent hamburger. He recruited Crips part Dwayne Keefe Davis, also known as Key-E-D, complete the hit in view of what Key-D spilled to the criminal investigator Biggie Smalls. His then spouse Confidence Evans purportedly had some awareness of Diddy's plot to unalive Tupac. He truly guaranteed that he read each Diddy and Confidence to tell them they were answerable for the demise. The investigator anyway explained that Biggie had no impact in disposing of Tupac in spite of their legitimate rodent hamburger, and he said that he didn't know about Diddy's arrangements to wipe out both Peace and his chief. Knight, notwithstanding what he said in the narrative, Key-D had previously been flapping his gums, gloating about how he was truly associated with Peace's demise, like during a meeting with Lat Television. And he was shown a police confession booth where he was heard saying he hung over on the window. We lower the window, po, who if they would drove on my side, I would pop them. You understand what I'm talking about. Yet they was on the opposite side. Key-D fundamentally affirmed that he was one of the 4 tenants in the white Cadillac that pulled up close by Tupac's vehicle, before somebody inside the vehicle shot at him multiple times, and he additionally boasted about being in the vehicle in his diary. Compton Road Legends, he additionally kind of involved Diddy by saying that Diddy needs to come through for him since he saved his life, and that in the event that he had not met him, he He wouldn't be associated with the Tupac wreck in the event that I could not have possibly never met him. I couldn't ever have been engaged with this. You understand what I'm talking about. Couldn't ever have met the sibling. I couldn't ever have been associated with this. Actually, now Key D was at that point captured for ending the existence of Tupac, denoting the first time charges were made in quite a while. Yet concerning what Diddy said when he was examined regarding whether he had a say in PC's passing, he was very much like said, we don't discuss some things that will be that are rubbish. We don't engage hogwash my siblings, so we not in any event going to try and go there with all due regard. Yet I value as a columnist asking